Warning, censorship.
Sadly, this information is no longer shocking to hear from our government. China being in control of taking away rights from our citizens is sadly actually expected.
We will be introducing mandatory PCR testing at the airport for people returning to Canada. Travelers will then have to wait for up to 3 days at an approved hotel for their test results at their own expense, which is expected to be more than $2,000. Those with negative test results will then be able to quarantine at home under significantly increased surveillance and enforcement. Those with positive tests will be immediately required to quarantine in designated government facilities to make sure they're not carrying variants of potential concern.
Recently, thanks to a tip, we were able to identify the Radisson Airport Hotel in Toronto as being a COVID quarantine facility that serves low-budget meals, has sealed windows, and demands that you not leave your room at all. In addition, a recently deflagged Radisson Hotel in Toronto East was also revealed as a COVID hotel. How would you feel if, in these days of conspiracy theories coming true, the facilities that the government grants contracts to were owned by the state of China? Well, surprisingly, it is true. The Radisson Hotel Group is owned by Applite Holdings AB. Who runs Applite Holdings? Why, a consortium led by Jinjiang International, of course. And Jinjiang is a Chinese state-owned enterprise. And they own hotels all around the world, including Radisson. It's no secret either, Radisson announced that they were being taken over by the government of China in 2018. We're so proud that we've sold out to the communist country. Of course, I'm paraphrasing, but this is the world we now live in. What's also interesting is that in May 2020, they published this press release. It states that due to the pandemic, they've had to look to other avenues of revenue. Quote, management has taken several measures to mitigate the financial impact on both profit and cash flow of the significant drop in revenue. These measures include, but are not limited to, furloughs of personnel, rent renegotiations and deferrals, application for government subsidies, and loans. In plain language, the government of Canada chose to award contracts to a hotel chain owned by the government of China for the purpose of holding Canadians against their will. If you can believe it, you should, it's real. Now, just a few months ago, we were told that COVID isolation facilities were conspiracy theories. Politicians even laughed at the idea in Parliament when presented. Take a look.
So, Speaker, to the Premier, where will these camps be built? How many people will be detained? And for what reasons? For what reasons can people be kept in these isolation camps?
Now fast forward 4 months and it's no longer a laughing matter, is it? While Doug Ford does photo ops to show you how great your minimum security prison will be, the federal government is saying, we can do you one better. How about, if you want to exercise your right to return to your home, you'll be forcibly confined at your own expense while you wait for your test results for up to 3 days. Oh, forget about the fact that there are better tests out there that take just a few hours. We use the ones that take days. And if you have the wrong kind of test, we will arrest you. Sounds like freedom, doesn't it? The game here is simple. The government can and will lie now, no matter how blatantly it is. First, the facilities were a conspiracy. Then they likely won't be needed. But oh, they're just nice hotels now. You have nothing to worry about. But at this point, we're putting you in a hotel room against your will. There's a fence around the building, the windows don't open, and you will not leave your room. Oh, and here's a $5 meal for you. And to top it all off, we're going to charge you, the taxpayer, $2,000 for wasting our time. Did you ever think that in a million years, Canada would be dead last in the Western world in terms of freedom? Well, it's reality now. Thanks for watching. Please hit the like button and don't forget to subscribe. If you or someone you know is coming back into Canada and you think you're going to need help, email us a tip at airport